guys, in this video we are going to do a quick review of Nisi Filters, and in particular this here, it's called the Advanced Kit. Nisi have kindly sent this to us and we're just going to take it out for a spin really. Now this currently retails in the UK for £965, which is a lot of money, all right? So let's have a look at what it comes with. It comes with the filter holder system. It comes with a 67, 72, 77 and 82 mil adapter rings. It comes with a circular polarizer. It comes with a free stop graduated filter. It comes with a free stop reverse grad filter. And it also comes with a free stop, 6 stop and 10 stop ND filter. It also comes with something that's called a natural night filter, and it's supposed to be a filter that you use for night photography that cuts out light pollution. Now we're not going to be able to test that one out now because we're in the middle of daytime. Never heard of that before. I will be interested to test that out, but I think that's going to be for the future. Okay, it comes with its own filter pouch. It comes with its own lens cap that you can use whilst the filters are on your camera. It comes with something called a clever cleaner. Be interested to look at that. It comes with a cleaning cloth and it comes with an air blower. Okay, so we're going to take this for a spin. We're probably not going to be able to use all of it today, but we can have a good look at it and try and get a decent shot. Now we have come to a lovely place called the Chapel Viaduct in Essex, and it's a grand, massive structure. Okay, so we're going to use that as our focal point for this shoot, and we're going to do a long exposure shot and hopefully get all of the clouds streaking in the sky. And like I say, it's just to take these for a test run, so let's take it for a test run, shall we? So I have just had a little play here. I wanted to set the camera up here before we go into situ where I want to take the picture because it's a bit busy over there. So, and my first impressions are this. Firstly, this is probably the best blower brush I've ever known. Okay, this is brilliant, this little thing here. And the other thing that you can notice is that it's extremely high quality. I mean, you can tell that just by the sheer touch of it all, okay? The really cool feature with the circular polarizer that's in there, you put your circular polarizer in and you have little turny things at the back of the holder here which twists the circular polarizer whilst it's in, and it just feels very solid and, well, like I just said, very high quality. The Grad filters, which I've just looked at in there, they're actually made of glass. I thought they would be made of resin like the other product that I use, right? So I'm not sure if that's better or worse at the minute. We've got no need to use a Grad filter in the shot that we're taking today, so I'm not going to be able to test that one out. All right, so the only thing I can tell you the difference there is that one is glass and the ones that I normally use are resin. Personally, when it's glass, you feel like it's a bit more fragile. Right now, I don't know if that's the case, but that's what it feels like to me. The other really cool thing that I like is the pouch, right? Let me get that. Here it is. It's got this little Velcro thing here, and you quite simply strap it around your tripod like that. Keeps all your filters in. So I thought that was quite a good touch. Right, so let's just go and get set up for this shot. Okay, so I've set up here for the shot. I'm obviously looking right the way up the viaduct here, and I'm trying to cut out as much foliage as possible because that moves. And I don't want anything blurry in my shot, okay, because obviously it's a long exposure. Now the other thing is, I probably wouldn't use a circular polarizer for a shot like this, but for the sake of this trial, I've whacked it in there, okay? So I've got a circular polarizer in there. I have just done an exposure test and it's giving me f16 ISO 100 at 25th of a second. So if we just say 30th of a second, for argument's sake, you get your exposure calculator, which they give you in the box, and you work it out. So this is, I'm going to put a 10 stop filter in at 30th of a second. It's giving me 32 seconds. So we're probably looking, it actually says 32 seconds, and at 1/15th of a second, it's saying 64 seconds. So you're probably looking at 30 to 60 seconds. What I'll do is a bracketed shot, as a matter of fact. I'll start at 30 seconds and I'll see what happens, okay? So let's put the 10 stop in and we'll take it from there. So I'm all set up. I've got my exposure. Incidentally as well, just in case you don't know this, you have to put your camera on manual focus for things like this, because once you've got that 10 stop in, it won't focus on anything, all right? So I'm focused on into infinity, because obviously it's so far away. And then you put it onto bulb, you set your ISO and your aperture to what we just spoke about, which is f16 ISO 100, remote trigger or a cable release, and you take the shot, and we just wait for 30 seconds and see how it comes out, really, simple as that. Now we have got a nice bit of cloud in the sky, which is perfect for what we want today. It's moving fairly fast, so hopefully we will get a nice streaking of the clouds, okay? That's the idea. Oh, 30 seconds, here we go. Let's have a look. For argument's sake, I'm just going to do a few more shots, 15 seconds and probably 60 seconds as well, just to make sure I've got it. And then we'll go back into the studio, look at the pictures properly, because it's very hard for me to see here, and I'll give you my verdict on this kit, all right? So, I'll see you back in the studio. I'm going to take some more shots. All right, we are back in the studio now, and firstly, here it all is, right? So this is the whole kit all laid out here. So we've got 3 ND filters here that we've spoken about already, the reverse grad, the normal grad, the nighttime filter, circular polarizer, the filter holder system, loads of adapter rings, a blower brush, and a fancy filter cleaning thing. And obviously you also get the holder kit here. Now we're going to look at the results of the photograph that I took while I was out. But before we do, I want to take this opportunity to tell you about the courses that we run over at theschoolofphotography.com. Now, if you want to learn long exposure photography, we have a whole in-depth professional course teaching you all about long exposure photography. Whether you want to make the cloud streak in the sky, or you want the water looking like glass and stuff like that, we teach you how to do it and use all of these filters in a professional way. So don't forget, come over and see us at theschoolofphotography.com, where we can teach you photography like we do to thousands of people all over the world. Right, let's go and have a look at the results. So here we go, here is the final result. And just so that you know, I have processed it. I've done a bit of processing here in Lightroom, as you can see. And for those of you that don't know what difference a ND filter will make to your photography, check this out, okay? That is the shot before the 10-stop filter was added. And here is the shot with the 10-stop filter, and just for a bit of fun, I made a black and white version here as well. And this one I really quite like, as a matter of fact, but we will go back to the color one. And, you know, for argument's sake, I'm just going to zoom in, all right, so you can see the clarity of it. I mean, it's really good, you know, it's done the job. It's done the job exactly as you would expect a 10-stop filter to do. Okay, I'll zoom back out again, and there you go. We've got the cloud streaking in the sky. We've got lovely colours throughout the image, you know, it's retained all of the raw information, it's done everything that it should do. So there you go, it is a really good ND filter. The circular polarizer was very good. You know, it does exactly what it says on the tin, all right? It is a very good quality ND filter. So let's talk about this whole kit and the Nisi filters as a whole. The first thing that I want to talk about actually is just the accessories that it comes with, right? Now I know this is silly and I know that you want me to jump straight into the filters, but I'm telling you, these are lovely little touches. This is one of the best blower brushes that I've ever used and I'm so glad that I've got that now. And this little thing that I probably took a bit of a mickey out when I was outside, this is actually really handy. This is, I can't remember what they call it, they call it a special filter cleaner or whatever they call it, but it's a bloody brilliant piece of kit, and I can't tell you the amount of times that I've been out taking long exposures and you get little bits of dust or specks on your ND filter, and if you're shooting into the sun, my God, that shows up in your picture. So having things like a blower brush and a lens cleaner is really, really handy to have. And yeah, I just really like these accessories. So well done to Nisi for that. Let's just put this back. The next thing to point out actually is the sheer quality of this equipment, okay? It really is high quality. I think it's high quality. The filter holder system here, really high quality. The circular polarizer, brilliant. You put the circular polarizer in and you've got them turny things that I showed you outside. You know, it oozes high quality, and so it should do for that price tag. I think you'd be surprised if it wasn't high quality. This kit and this equipment, it is gonna last you for years. That is a fact. The other good thing about the Nisi system here, this is the 100mm system. It matches up with other 100mm systems like the Lee 100mm system. So you can effectively use your Lee filters in this holder, and vice versa. You can use your Nisi filters in the Lee filter system holder. So it's quite good if you've already got a filter system that is of 100mm. You can mix and match as you go. So, you know, that's a really good touch as well. Now, the things that I don't quite like is the Grad filters here. They're made of glass and it just feels a bit fragile to me. I know the ND filters are made of glass in most makes. These ones here, the 10 stop and the 6 stop, etc., they're made of glass normally anyway. But you get resin Grad filters with the Lee system. You get resin ones, and I've got the resin ones as well as these now. So I can see the difference between the two. Now, when it comes to actually the quality of the image that you're going to take, they're probably going to be very much the much. I can't see them being much difference. The pros and cons of having resin and glass, I believe, is just to do with a resin one's easier to scratch and damage. Although if you dropped a resin one, it's not going to smash. If you drop the glass one, it's obviously going to smash, all right? I've had my resin ones for a few years now as well. They do mark down the edges, you know, so like here's the filter here, look. So they will mark down the edges as you slot them in and out on a resin filter, but that is the edges. I've had them for years and I haven't scratched the front of them or marked the front of them. So my honest opinion on that is I would probably take my resin ones out and not the glass ones, simply because it all feels a bit fragile as it is using all of these glass filters. So, you know, that's my preference. And do you know what? Other people will say the total opposite. And if you're watching this video and you do feel the opposite, actually tell us why in the comments. I'd like to know reasons why people would like the glass ones rather than the resin ones. You know, it's just opinion, so put that in the bottom if you want to. The other thing to note is that this obviously comes with this thing here, which is called the natural night filter, and obviously it's for night photography. Now this on its own is £150. So if you're not going to be doing night photography, you might want to get a different kit than this, all right? I think this kit, although the kit is expensive as a whole, £965 is it, or something like that, but so that's expensive as a whole, you do actually get a lot for that money. If you're not doing night photography, you probably won't go for this kit because that is 150 quid's worth on its own. So just bear that in mind. If you are going to do night photography, obviously it might come in handy. I've never used it. I can feel another YouTube video coming up, to be honest with you. Yeah, so when I've done loads of night photography, if you followed my channel, you know that. I'm going to test this out and I'm going to see what difference it makes, to be honest. Now here is the bottom line, all right? Let's face it, you've got your high-end filters out there. The Lee filter system is probably the one that most people use here in the UK. And the Nisi filter system is not as well known. They've just opened a UK shop, as a matter of fact. But I've got to say, it is extremely high quality and I would recommend it. I've got both systems. They are both very good. I would definitely recommend this if you are serious about doing long exposures and using filters for landscape photography and stuff like that. Definitely 100%, I would recommend the Nisi filter system. It's just extreme high quality. It's going to last you for years. So I, for one, will definitely be adding this to my kit when I'm going out and doing some long exposures. And yeah, I'm looking forward to using it some more, all right? So if you've liked this review, please hit that like button and, like I say, give us a comment. Please share the video with your friends and please subscribe to our channel. We really, really appreciate it when you do that. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, and remember, learn more at the School of Photography.